Everybody was expecting Tom Brady's retirement announcement yesterday, but instead we got the retirement of another GOAT. It is none other but the King, Call of Duty's biggest superstar, one of, if not the greatest Call of Duty player to ever play. It's Scump. And honestly, this was a shock to damn near everyone on the TL. It was like a wildfire because before the season started, Scump said, this is gonna be my last year. I'm gonna leave everything out on the line. We're gonna do this one more time, and then I'm gonna retire from competing professionally, focus on content, enjoy his life, fulfill his other passions, whatever the case may be. So everybody was already expecting Scump to retire at the end of the season, which made it to where, you're trying to pay attention, you're trying to watch every match that he plays in because there's only so many more days that Scump has before he does retire. Then he just decided, you know what? Enough's enough. That's it in the regular season. He did it after beating Boston Breach in the first set of qualifier matches in stage 2. They had just made a move to pick up Hugh to OpTic, and he was going to be replacing Dashy. So it seemed like things were finally starting to, go in an upward trend for OpTic for Scump, especially because the beginning of the season is not how they expected it to be. And, maybe it was affecting Scump one way or the other. But on top of everything, he was playing phenomenal. Like, this wasn't an issue where his performance wasn't where it needed to be. He was letting his teammates down, or even like, he was playing solid. Like, he was playing lights out. This is probably one of his better Call of Duties in the last couple, I'd say. So it's surprising to me. It's surprising. I did think that he was going to make it to the end of the season. We were going to see him in one more COD Champs, see if he can get another ring before he decided to bow out. But he did it early, meaning though that Dashy is coming back to the starting lineup. Scump on Twitter, he posted a video, thanks for everything. Basically, it was a super dope video of him kind of giving a speech. A lot of people from OpTic were there. His teammates, Formal was there, Hex. And he says in the video, Brandon, you're getting another opportunity. I'm stepping down so you can step up. And that's what's going to be interesting to me, because I did think that OpTic looked pretty impressive versus their match against Boston. I thought things were on the up and up. And, only a couple days ago, it hasn't been that long, Dashy was pretty much airing out the entire OpTic roster. Most specifically, Rambo, who is still the head coach of OpTic Gaming. So it's going to be interesting because he was almost burning bridges, and then Scump comes out of nowhere off the top ropes. Yo, I'm retiring. Now, I don't know if Scump made that decision solely because he lost the fire. The fire went out, or if there were a couple things that, added up. One of them being he is a great friend to Dashy, or he was. He felt bad about a situation they had earlier in the year. It was delete Val to Dashy or something like that along the lines. On top of, this year being stressful already for him, on top of the fire kind of going out, losing the passion a little bit to compete. But I wonder how much of the Dashy situation affected him, because Scump, he's an OG, he's a veteran in the game. And I think he knows how much of a blessing it is to be able to be a part of the OpTic Gaming roster, right? Not only for competing purposes, but just for your brand, to build your brand. So I don't know if maybe he also felt bad when they give Dashy another opportunity, because they are friends, because he knows that this is huge. And, Dashy isn't trending in the right direction necessarily at the moment. So hopefully he can turn it around. But it'll be interesting to see how Dashy plays with this team. I mean, they could be really good. They can be really good with Hugh Shotzi. I mean, it's literally their crew, the Zeo crew. So I'm excited. I hope Dashy can rebound from this. I hope everyone on OpTic can kind of get over the situation that happened not even like a week ago. Maybe it was about a week ago. And, they can get back into being a contender. And as for Scump, I mean, he doesn't need any help, any blessings. He's going to absolutely kill whatever he does. I know he's going to be in content. He's going to be streaming, and whatever else he decides to do, he's going to be great. He's a legend, arguably the greatest Call of Duty player of all time. Someone who I looked up to when I switched over to competing in Call of Duty, and just overall great guy. So one hell of a career for Scump, but this came to a shock of everybody on the TL because no one expected him to just drop that bomb right after they won their first match, and it looked like things were going good. But that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. That's how it crumbles sometimes, and that's life.